There are movies that make you scream, movies that make you jump, but then there are those movies, the ones that follow you home, that creep into your dreams, that make you double-check the shadows when the lights go out. Welcome to Echoes of Fear. Tonight, we're not just counting down scary movies, we're peeling back the skin of horror itself. These are the 5 films that redefined the genre, traumatized audiences, and still managed to disturb decades later. These are the stories that stay with you, long after the credits roll. Let's begin. Number 5, Hereditary, released in 2018. When Hereditary premiered at Sundance, people, well, they just weren't ready. Ari Aster's directorial debut wasn't just a horror film. It was a psychological breakdown captured on screen. We follow the Graham family, grieving the death of their secretive matriarch. But beneath the surface of mourning lies something ancient, something evil, an inheritance no one wanted. As strange events unfold and a sinister presence infects their home, we realize this isn't just a ghost story, it's a descent into hell disguised as family trauma. What truly sets Hereditary apart is its emotional horror. It doesn't just scare you, it devastates you. The shocking death scene under the telephone pole, unforgettable. The climactic attic ritual, unspeakable. And as the film spirals into madness, you're left paralyzed, unsure of what's real and what's been watching all along. Number 4, The Exorcist, 1973. Few films have literally made people flee from theaters, but The Exorcist did just that. Directed by William Friedkin and adapted from William Peter Blatty's chilling novel, The Exorcist explores the spiritual battle between good and evil, and what happens when innocence is consumed by darkness. 12-year-old Reagan begins to exhibit bizarre behavior, voices, levitation, physical transformation. Her mother turns to medicine, but the answer lies in an ancient rite the church has all but buried: exorcism. The film broke taboos, pushing boundaries with its intense subject matter: vomit, blasphemy, mutilation. It was a horror audiences had never seen before. Some theaters provided bath bags, others warned the elderly to not attend. Even today, it's deeply unsettling, not just because of what happens on screen, but because it whispers the unthinkable. So what if evil is real? Number 3, The Ring from 2002. Some curses, well, they just don't fade, they go viral. The Ring was a horror wave that infected the early 2000s, a perfect blend of psychological dread and supernatural terror. Naomi Watts stars as a journalist investigating a strange videotape linked to a series of sudden, unexplained deaths. You watch it, you get a phone call, and in 7 days, you die. But The Ring doesn't rely on gore or monsters. It's about what you don't see. The grainy footage, the whispering static, the feeling that time is ticking down, and nothing you do can stop it. And when Samara, the ghostly child with long black hair, crawls out of the television, horror entered a new era. People screamed, people ran, and TVs were never trusted again. The true terror of The Ring, it made horror feel inescapable. Number 2, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. Forget what you know about slasher films. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre is something else entirely. It doesn't feel like fiction. It feels like evidence. So a group of friends stumbles upon this old farmhouse while they're road tripping through rural Texas. And well, without realizing it, they walk right into the lair of a deranged family of cannibals. What comes next is just a relentless nightmare of screaming metal and utter madness. Leatherface, you know, he's wearing a mask made from human skin and he never says a word. He just chases. He cuts. He butchers. And honestly, it's not just him. His whole family is infected with this decaying, ritualistic evil. The film, believe it or not, was made on a shoestring budget, but that really just adds to the realism. With grainy film, natural light, and handheld cameras, it honestly feels like you're right there, a helpless witness to something you were never meant to see. There's minimal blood, but, you know, maximum terror, the kind that just sticks to your skin. Number 1, The Shining, 1980. Stanley Kubrick didn't just direct a horror film, he built a haunted maze and dropped us inside. The Shining is, well, a slow-burn cerebral nightmare. Jack Torrance, a writer who's struggling with alcoholism and anger, takes a job as the winter caretaker of the Overlook Hotel. Isolated with his wife and psychic son, Jack begins to unravel, or maybe, just maybe, the hotel unravels him. Every hallway feels infinite, every shadow hides something. Ghosts appear without warning, speaking in riddles. The infamous room 237, the blood-flooded elevator, the twins in the hallway. Kubrick's use of silence, symmetry, and unease creates a dreamlike state, one that borders on the surreal. Jack Nicholson's performance doesn't just portray madness, it becomes it. And the Overlook itself, it feels alive, as if it's feeding, watching. The Shining doesn't just scare you, it traps you in its frozen halls forever. What makes a film truly terrifying? Not just blood or scream, but what lingers after. The way a single image, a sound or a feeling can echo in your mind for days, weeks, years. These 5 films didn't just entertain, they changed horror. They cracked open the door between this world and something darker. Now it's up to you, watch them, if you dare, but remember, some stories don't end when the credits roll. This has been Echoes of Fear. Like, subscribe and share if you've survived the list. And as always, stay in the light, because the darkness is always watching.